Yeah, this is Shut 'em Down Radio. About to have an ill interview with Queen Zone, Cormega. We debuting some of his tracks off of Mega's Philosophy. You know what I mean? So everybody tune in. This is Shut 'em Down Radio. We got a caller, 718-930. You on the line?
Yo.
Cormega. What's shaking, bro?
What's
How
good?
you feeling?
What's good?
Man, I'm chilling, man.
Baby.
I'm hearing that new music. You know what I'm saying? Mega Philosophy. I'm hearing the songs. You got the floor, bro.
It's all good. It's all good. I hope you appreciate it. I hope you absorbing that knowledge I'm trying to give.
Oh, definitely. Now, I want to ask you a question. How do you feel about the temperament of hip-hop right now? You know what I'm saying?
To be honest with you, I really been in a different place mentally, so
right.
I really don't even focus on it. It's like it's like you on the block getting money, and there's dudes on the other side of the block and they not getting money. You focus on what you're doing.
No doubt.
Or so basically, I don't really keep up with what's going on in the industry because it's not. It's hard to explain. I don't keep up with what's going on because I'm not. It's not me. I'm not a part of that crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish brothers the best at everything and that's able to take care of their families and stuff. But I'm not a part of that movement. I'm not part of that. I'm not from that cloth. In other words, so it's like the things that they do aren't things that necessarily would be things that me and my people do. So I don't pay attention to it. So I couldn't even tell you what's the hottest song out right now because I don't listen to the radio. I stay away from that stuff. Cause
I agree with you.
Because,
fully.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it. I guess that's for the kids. I would say it's for the kids, but even the little kids ain't even checking for a lot of that. So I don't know. I just stay away from it.
Right. Now, you're known for lyrics, bars, lyricism. Do you think anybody's making any albums? I mean, like the realness, you know, like your track record is impeccable when it comes to the lyrics. The darts is sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think people are not giving their all in the rap anymore, opposed to when you were coming out?
I really can't say that either because I think there's some artists that are making. I think there's artists that make incredible music that are overlooked.
Right.
Due to the climate. You know, there's some, like you had, when Down South was on fire, when Down South couldn't lose.
Right.
You had people like a group called Little Brother. They was from Down South, but they spit. They was nice. But
right.
They didn't get the look that they should have got because that look went to other people that just made cliche of the moment songs. So there's people out here that's making. Somewhere out there, there's an incredible album that you and me never heard because we never heard of the artist.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of those out there.
So do you think it's more of politics, you know, as far as the record labels, you know, not backing the artists or, you know, like it's a phrase that's being thrown around, like dumbing your music down. And I know you never do that. You always come with the bars, metaphors, you know, raw stories, you know what I'm saying, like real life stuff. So
I think labels play a big part of it. Labels play a lot of part in it, but a lot of men, artists, play a big part in it too because they don't have integrity. It's like if somebody tells you to do something, it's like dudes won't. The other day when I was driving home with my daughter,
right,
he said, "What's that guy doing?" There was a guy standing outside. He had a chicken outfit on. I guess he worked for Cluck Hughes, a chicken store. He had like a chicken out costume on, and then she was like, "What's he doing?" And I said, "He's making a living. You know, he's obviously trying to make some money, you know what I'm saying? Because he wouldn't do that for fun." And it's the same thing with these rappers. Like, you're given a choice to jump in that chicken suit, and a lot of dudes jump in that chicken suit. You know what I'm saying? So,
real talk, man.
It's like, I've had choices, and I decline those choices because certain things you got to live with yourself. Yo, at the end of the day, no matter who you confront for me, You can front for your people, but you can't front to yourself. You always have to look in the mirror. That person, the mirror always going to tell you you're fronting, no matter who you are. And it's like certain things a man ain't going to do. So it's like certain things that labels make you do that artists are doing. They're conforming. And a lot of it, it gets deeper than rap. It gets to the point where even where the race part is involved, because when you really look at the landscape of hip-hop started mostly with brothers that had real urban affiliation or not knowledge of self. A lot of knowledge of self was involved in hip-hop's inception, conception, and elevation. And now we look at it, there's no knowledge of self. It's like the most ignorant, you can say the most ignorant thing, it becomes a catchy phrase or a hit record. But you can make sense.
Because Mega, like,
and you're not gonna get,
with your music, I know you always conveyed like a message. You know what I'm saying? It could be good, bad, or ugly. And I commend you for that. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, back in the days, you know, you had to earn your keep. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you on that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Now, with this track right here, The Industry, it's a very deep track, and that artwork, I like it a lot. Could you speak on the artwork, you know, like the symbology of it, you know, as far as it, you know, coming to rap?
Of course I know. It was my concept. Like, every single element of the art, every single element of that artwork was my idea. I just lucked up, and I found a brother that conveyed what I wanted to express. And what I wanted to express was that it all, if you look at that Last Supper picture, it all looks good.
Right.
But we all know what happened after that. You know what I'm saying? So that picture caused so much, that picture of that industry artwork caused so much attention and it's so liked. I see different people offer to make T-shirts out of it. But the funny thing is, that's just the side A. Like, I was going to use that art to make vinyl, like a record, and then the back side is that same cover, but it's like, it's going to be like after. It's like the day after. You know what I'm saying? So basically that picture's saying it all looks good. It seems like everybody's eating and they're enjoying themselves, but at the end of the day, when you're gone, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Other people exploit your movement or your moment for their own gain. In other words, like that picture showed Jesus and it showed all his disciples in it. You barely ever hear anything about the disciples ever again after that. Like there's really not no history of them. But you hear about the Roman Catholic, like the church went on to prosper. And the church is not what Jesus intended to prosper. He trashed the church before for prospering. So it's like when we started rapping, we was doing it for the spirit, for our instinctive, rhythmatic instinct. We're rhythmatic people. Melanated people are rhythmatic.
That's the truth.
Hip hop was rhythmatic. We was doing it because it felt good. It sounded good. It was freedom of expression. To be honest with you, if somebody gave me a deal when I first started rapping, I wasn't even focused on money. I was focused on being known. Like,
the art form.
The words, exactly. And it was the word. It's the same thing as like Christ's word was symbolic to him. The word of Christ was symbolic. But when he died, and just like when artists died, you got people like the labels don't give a F about you, and then when you dead, it's like, oh man, they make it seem like they care so much because they know they're gonna exploit your death because dead artists make money. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that picture made all the sense in the world. And then I also wanted to convey the message like so many artists passed, and now that they're gone, they've the 12 disciples. As much as Heavy D has contributed, you don't get the love he should get from these magazines and radio. As much as Guru has done, he doesn't get there's so many people in that picture that have done so much to elevate our genre, and they don't get the love that they deserve. But every year when it's time to commemorate Big and Pop, these magazines are going to do that. Not just because they cared about them, but because those guys are lucrative.
Right. Now, let me ask you a question. Since you touched on that right there, how do you feel about, the holograms and all this other extra stuff? Like, how do you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, should people just, rest in peace, but still carry on their legacy through, their music? How do you feel about that? I want to ask.
I don't know how to feel about it. I got to scratch my head on that one because I think
kind of weird.
The thing about the industry is a lot of people are copycats. Like, somebody did a Tupac hologram and it blew people away and mesmerized them. They should have just let it go after that. But then everybody got excited. Oh, well, we're going to do a hologram for this one. We could do one for this one. We could do one for this one. At the end of the day, when you do stuff, you have to have integrity about it. Like that, the artwork that in other words, the artwork, the Last Supper artwork, I could have used that for my album cover. But I didn't want to do that because I felt like I'm pimping the legacy of these artists. Right. They don't have nothing to do with my album, so who am I to exploit them and gain promotion towards my album? You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do that. That's why I didn't use it for my album. So it's like, it's the same with the hologram thing. It's like, okay, if y'all making money off of these holograms, where's the money going? Is it going to the family? Et cetera, like, what's the story behind it? Exactly. Right. There's a lot of stories out there. There's a lot of, look at Pun. Pun's son is dope. You don't where's the love at? I heard of him before.
Definitely got talent.
Where's the love at? Only person I see consistently showing him love is Styles P, and I commend him for that. But where's everybody else that was rocking with Pun? That benefited from Pun's career. That Pun helped benefit their career. Or where's the industry at that loves Pun so much? The industry, period. Where's these executives at? Like, okay, let's see what his son is working with. Like, the game is corrupt, Yeah,
it's definitely corrupt. Now, I want to ask you a question, man. One of my favorite songs, They Forced My Hand, with you and Tragedy Gaddafi. How did that song come about? To me, that was like one of the most powerful songs I heard, like in the history of rap.
Wow. That song is bugged out for me because I heard a lot of people say that's a powerful record, and I didn't think it was. I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard that record, I don't even know if I liked it like that. I was like, it's cool. There was something about it that I didn't like, but I said fuck it, and I did it. And then after I laid my verse, I started liking it. And then when the song got out there, the feedback and the response from the people was just so overwhelming and so powerful that I was like, wow. Because at first I really didn't love that record. I thought it was cool, but now I got a tremendous respect for that record. So actually, when I did that verse, Trash wasn't even in the studio, and I joked about that to my man. I was like, Trash ain't coming. I was like, he gonna hear my verse, and then he gonna write his verse. Because that's what a lot of rappers do. So I was joking about it, but he really didn't come. So the fact that the record ended up sounding that good is just another instant. It's just another indication of our chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because definitely that song right there, man, from beginning to end, I can remember where I was at, and when I heard it, I was like, wow. Like how you was rhyming, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing I want to ask you, too. As far as, like, collabos, like sometimes it sounds generic, but that song right there, it sounds like, you both went for yours, you know what I'm saying? It collectively came together as one, if you get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I want to get into that track, man. This is Cormega featuring Tragedy Gaddafi. They Forced My Hand, man. Let's go, man. Mega.
Yo.
Yeah, now, coming from Queensbridge, it spawned a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying? And
yes, sir.
Now, the legacy is crazy. Now, working with Large Professor, how was that, as far as, the studio regimen? And this is a two-part question. And also, all right, and also, how was your studio regimen? And how do you feel about being in the studio? Do you like people sending you beats, or do you prefer working in the studio with the producer producing the project?
I really don't care as long as I got a dope beat. I'm a student of this. I'm still a fan. So
okay.
It's like you. It's like when you can be anywhere and you hear something dope and it just catch you. You could be, every time I've been in the shower, this time we were little kids and we might have been on our way to school, or we might have been coming in from playing, or you hear something dope, it's like, wow. And that's just how it is with me with production. Like, somebody can send me there's been times people email me beats, and I don't even open the email, and one day I might just be sitting around eating or something, or chilling watching TV, and I just play the beat, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what the F is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll get blown, and then there's sometimes I'm in the studio, and the producer will come through and play something and blow my mind. So it's like, it's really the beat. It's a production, man. But when I get excited about something, I go in. So I like to be excited. I like to be inspired. I like to feel like, you know, rap. Hip-hop is my first love. I was into hip-hop. I got it in with rhymes before I got it in with girls. Like, before I had sex, I was in love with rap. Before I had my first kiss, I was in love with rap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
real.
I knew how to spit rhymes before I knew how to spit game. You know what I'm saying? To girls. Yeah. So I love hip-hop. Like, it's a part of me. So when I hear something that's dope, I gravitate towards it. And I look, I often, when Rock Kim used to say fiend for a mic, I know what he means, because sometimes I fiend for, like, when I get beats, somebody say, yo, I just sent you some beats, I get excited, because I don't know what's in there. I'm just excited. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like meeting new beautiful women. I'm excited.
No question.
So I love hip-hop. So it don't matter where I'm at. I could be anywhere. I could be in the shower. If a beat might come on and grab my attention, I love it. I just love, like I said, we rhythmatic people.
Definitely. Now, the DVD you came out with, Who I Am, right? That was a tight DVD. Right now, I feel like you put it came with an album. I remember it came with an album. I still have it. It came with an album, and it was like so in depth. You know what I'm saying? As far as your artistry, do you think people even do that anymore? Like, you know, as far as, you know, getting a point across to the people visually, plus with the music.
I don't know, because I haven't kept up with nobody. Like, there's times when I'm going through this creative mode that I'm in, I stop everything. I stop. There's nothing that I listen to. I haven't heard. There's rappers that I love that I didn't even listen to this, and then I'm finished with my stuff. Now I got to go back and listen to that Locks, and now I got to go back and listen to that Fab joint he put out, and listen to, you know, the only album I heard in the last year was when Cameron dropped the album last year, I believe. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't heard nothing else because I put so much pressure on myself to finish my album. And I haven't played PlayStation 4. I told myself I don't deserve to play any games. There's no time to play. I'm a grown man. I don't have time to be sitting around playing video games. I ain't even finished my album. And my album is my job. If you look at it as work, if I look at it as work and I know that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that's going to make me go harder. So that's what I did. So I didn't listen to nothing. There's nothing. I can't tell you about any DVD. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen nothing. I don't. And then a lot of times I don't pay attention to what everybody else is into because it doesn't benefit my life. Like I didn't see the Jay-Z Solange elevator incident because it's not. It doesn't benefit me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a girl. Like a lot of dudes have become feminized and desensitized and sensitized because they want to gossip. It's like there's a new way to gossip, and they turn dudes into gossipers. Like, I don't do that. I didn't see the elevator incident. I didn't see the bus driver uppercut the girl. I didn't see none of that. Like, I don't do that. I didn't see nothing. I didn't even see the R. Kelly videos. Like, you got dudes that's like, yo, R. Kelly made the sex tape with a little girl.
Who cares? It's irrelevant, you know?
If you've seen it, and you think it's a little girl, then you guilty. Because if the cops go in your house and you got a DVD with a little kid on it, you get arrested for watching child pornography.
Exactly.
So I didn't see R. Kelly's penis. No, I didn't. I'm not like, you know, I'm not one of these dudes. I don't do none of that. So I watch my kids. I watch my life. I try to get my together. I'm trying to finish my album. I felt like a failure. To be honest with you, I felt like a failure because I felt like, yo, man, I took so long on my album. I was disappointed in myself. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have time to be focused on this rap or this gossip or this chitter chat. You know, I didn't do nothing. I put a lot of pressure on myself to finish the album. And now that I've finished my album, now I got time to, you know, I want to listen to the artists that I respect. And now that it's 2014, it's beautiful because so many artists that I really admire are coming back out. Like Mobb Deep just made an album. I got to check that out. Wu-Tang is supposed to be coming live.
Yeah, it's some hot music out.
So much dope artists. You know, the Dipset just put out something. I want to check that out. So it's so much dope music that I'm just inspired and I'm happy to be here.
Right, no doubt. Now we're gonna get into this track right here. This is called Mega Industry, produced by Large Professor. Let's get it.
Listen to me good. The artist is the most important person. You are the teacher. People listen to you, they don't listen to their preachers.
Exaggerated tales of hustling, we quick to pass judgment and fail our brothers instead of talking about Lauryn Hill, talk about Lauryn skill. Truth be told, there may never be a girl as don't gossip about Dame Dad. Give props to Dame Head for the rise of Jay and Vasana Kanye, man. Niggas is crazy, that's why we ain't got shit. Rappers hate each other, not the labels that got rich. Don't care about culture, they only want profit. If your album sells slow, bet you get dropped quick. Q-Tip warned us, the industry's toxic. For reference, check out BDP Sex and Violence. Styles made I get high, it was playing all day. When styles made I'm black, it didn't get enough play. I guess they got a problem with anything positive. Doesn't make sense if it doesn't bring dollars in.
Those that managed us, those that were our agents, those that were our accountants, those that were the record executives, those that were the owners of the record label, you never got true accounting for nothing that you did.
What's the difference between a label and pimping? You sell yourself, they tell you how to spend it. Whole ass niggas, slow down, listen. Pimps prey on minds with no ambition. They keep you fly, image is promotion. They keep you high, so a nigga isn't focused. You living in the moment, feeling yourself. They living in plush homes. What's really success and what's swag? I don't care how you dress or what you drive. I want rhymes that really impress. You say it's all about money, do you even invest any time in your rhymes? Let me guess, you so nice you don't write, it just comes to you. Cause you the shit, nah, you just doodle. I lyrically abuse any rapper who choose to step to me. I will bring it right to you.
Who do you think you are to them? You are nothing but a piece of meat. And you're only as valuable as your last hit song. And when you make no more hit songs, nobody cares for you no more.
Men lie, women lie, numbers can be altered to look high. Shareholders hate taking losses, this is business. They don't care about your lyrics. The better you sell, the better future for their children. Controversy sells, so they support conflict. Makes more progress, means more profit. And artists get killed, they say they so sorry. Meanwhile, they tell you the date of his next project. What a life, death made him more profit. Record companies get paid for your drama. And Beef DVD is on BET, so every artist who was on it was beefing for free, while the royalties are going to QD3. He Quincy Jones' son, what he know about beef? No disrespect intended, I know he got beef, but it's deep how the rich get paid off our grief.
And every one of our great artists, they died with nothing. And the record company executives were rich, sending their children to college.
Mega, man, that song is deep right there, bro.
Thank you, brother.
About the artistry, no doubt, man.
the first time I heard it on the radio over the phone. I'm on the phone listening to the radio, so that, you know. I like that song. That's the thing. Like, I don't really enjoy my music when I make it. I don't really listen to it. Like, anybody that be around me will tell you that. It's like, yo, play that joint. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll play it for you when I first made it. Like, when I first made this song, I played it for a lot of people that's close to me. But after that, I didn't listen to it. So now I'm starting to appreciate it more. But the album is this is just one of many songs. Like, this album is definitely my most thought-provoking album. Definitely, by far. You'll see.
Yeah, I hear it, and definitely, you know, I hear the growth. I mean, you know, I've been following your career since, you know, a while, way back, and I hear the growth, you know, and the diversity in the music. That's one thing you're known for, you know. Like, every project is totally, like, you know, different in a way, you know, and dropping knowledge and dropping jewels, and definitely that track right there is talking about the whole industry and, you know, what's going on, you know, the pros and cons in the industry. And I think that's a great thing, you know, to tell the truth.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people out here sugarcoating it, you know, and it's like, come on now, you know, where's the ball?
There's no code of ethics. You like a lot of people that I looked up to and like a lot of our moguls are full of shit. Like, for real, when you get in the game, like, what I try to do is I try to give dudes jewels. You know what I'm saying? I give you jewels. Right. I'm not going to give you the whole cash register, but I'm not going to give you the whole King's tomb, but I'm going to give you some jewels, and then you make your own moves with it, and you just follow my example, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I say stuff, I know a lot of people respect me, you know what I'm saying, and I appreciate that, but I don't want to be respected for the wrong thing, too. I don't want to just be respected because Omega was a real nigga, as they say, as that figure speech, which I don't even care about that anymore. That figure speech means nothing to me. I want to be a real person. I want to be a person of integrity, because what is real? At the end of the day, think about it. A dude can run up in your house with a gun and handcuff you and do some foul stuff, and he's still considered real. Dudes be like, yo, he's a real nigga. He was. So what is real? Real, the dude that's busting his ass with a regular job, not making all that he can, but he's home giving his family everything that he can give them. That's real. I respect that guy too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in the industry, we got so many fake. A lot of people that we glorify and that we give so much status to are really not for us. It's like they're not human anymore. They got bit by the vampire, and the vampire is greed. So all they see is the next check. Like, they're not giving you jewels. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to give you jewels. I'm going to give you realness, and I'm going to give you truth. Like my publicist was telling me the last few days, this album is like the realness, but it's like a different kind of realness, not a street one. It's like it's showing a growth. Like you went 360. Now you're showing people a different side. So it's like, I'm telling my experiences. When I made the realness, I told my experiences in the streets, so that people that's in the street won't fall into the pitfalls. Now I'm telling you my experiences in the industry, so you don't make a mistake of making this kind of deal, or dealing with this kind of executive, or making this mistake and doing that. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's like I'm just giving knowledge. And I'm also being consistent with what people have grown to expect from Cormega. Right.
Now, this track right here, Rapture. How did this track come about? Because this is a very deep track too, man.
Rapture is one of those situations like we was talking about. Like, you get a beat, it just blows your mind. That's from Ayatollah. Ayatollah gave me a beat CD, and I heard some beats on it, and I heard Rapture. I was like, oh, my God, this shit is crazy.
It's crazy.
And I was like, yo, make sure. I was like, do not give this beat to somebody. Because people like I told my brother, he's one of those producers, like, you really got to stay on him and really let him know I want this beat, because he will glaze you and give it to somebody else. A lot of producers do that, but Ayatollah is like, real consistent with that. So he did that to me. He glazed me a few months ago. He played me some joints that's ridiculous, and then he gave him to somebody else, I believe. So he played raps for me, and I was like, yo, please don't get this to nobody else. So I had it for a while, and it took me long to write Rapture, but I wanted it to be right, to say the right thing. It's not just that the beat is good, it's the aura of the beat, the feel of it. Like
that's how I felt when I heard it. You know
what I'm saying? So I just say, yo, let me just spit.
We gonna get into it. This is a
right.
classic right here. Cormega Rapture, man. Listen and learn.
Inevitable, I rhyme incredible. I try to ascend to the highest level when I'm in the booth. I execute like an armed sniper, nicer than me non-cypher. I'm an articulate lyricist. I remind you of the era when Strickland was with the Knicks and Fort Greene was creams. The streets was serious. I spit sick as diesel in your vein, which means you get a rush to fiend for me to MC again. As I look back how I cook, crack, and what we became from greed or mystique of this hood, we proclaim with life and death are common as right and left. And dealing rockets like boxing, you can win with the right connect. Yet if your stance ain't strong, you lose rounds. Be evasive, body shots will put you down. I spar with patience, now I feel dawn on the pavement. For those who ain't here, my honor is sacred. I came from sleeping on cots and cages, sleeping on beaches, or tropic vacations. My poetry's deep over melodic arrangements. I told the hook to beat up and I just laced it.
I'm deadly when I pull the pen out. I'm deadly when I pull the pen out.
Into my realm, they calling me a savior of hip-hop. Same time niggas who get knocked are calling me for paper. The cycle is never ended like my pen against paper. And my premises, I'm infinite. No lyricist is greater. Straight up, like coke off the stove, get your weight up. My mental strainer separates pure from infiltrator. And men who betray us when in danger, they scared to face consequences. They want live niggas respect but have the heart of women. The artist missing like an ancient civilization. It's hard to listen. Rapping hip-hop are different. I'm a student of tradition. A sneakerhead who used to pee the bed. Now I'm shitting in the beamer. Lift my heat if my seat ain't fed. I seen the streets make a kill out of TJ. My PJs instead to breed base heads. Some people fell a lead when they seen fake dead. They even grieve fake tears knowing it's he they fear. I flow with ease over the beat. This is me right here. Ain't no need to be king. To the street I'm here. A parent, a maverick in the art of rapping. I hold no grudge but palm a gap for those plotting as if I'm a habit. That's not gonna happen. I pop off as of a block war and turn a fiend a hardcore addict.
I'm deadly when I pull the pen out. I'm deadly when I pull the pen out.
Nah, I forgot some rhymes.
Oh. Boys. You're on the line with Cormega. One of my top 5. You got a caller. Caller, you on the line with Cormega.
Sorry about that. Hey, it's Siobhan, and I had a question. I wanted to know what country did you visit in Africa, Mega, and how did that influence the making of the album, if it did?
That's a great question. I visited Uganda. I visited Uganda when I went to Africa, and it was definitely a spiritual homecoming. When I went, I felt at home. The people were so warm, and when I visit places like Uganda, and I visited Haiti before, it makes me proud that I'm melanated because we have this thing about us where our endurance is incredible. Like you can see people that have nothing, but they have everything because they're content and they know who they are. So they're at peace. So I seen that, and it changed me mentally. It made me not want to, like between Haiti and Africa, it made me slow down. I don't care about jewelry no more like I used to. And a lot of this other stuff, like all this name brand stuff. I don't get it twisted. I'm still a polo head forever, but you know, I don't make Gucci. First of all these European countries, they don't like our type of people anyway. They don't even want us in our stores. So we have to question ourselves about where we spending our money at, and then we have to look at everything that we was ever told has been lies. History, because history is his story, it's not ours. So everything we've ever been told was lies. So we have to realize when we're being told lies, we have to realize we have to find our own truths. So when I went to Africa, when I went to Uganda, first of all, I seen so much green plains, so much land of just green and so much plantation and growth.
You ready?
And fresh. So it's like, yo.
You ready?
It's just eye-opening. I actually might even buy a crib out there. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the music, it just made me, I got a song called More where I'm just talking about strictly black people, our struggles and the things we got to go through, and those feelings are manifested in that song. Right.
And also, like, I want to ask you too. You just answered my question, but going to different places, that really like takes your music to a different plateau. Because you've seen a lot of things, and I commend you for even putting that in there. As far as with the clothes and like the jewelry and stuff. That's not all about life, and getting to the true essence. And I think like it's prophesized, through music,
Exactly.
Either a good prophecy or a bad prophecy, So we're going to get into this track.
Money.
Yeah, what you saying, fam?
We got to spend wisely. We got to move wise, spend wise.
I agree with you. We're going to get to this track right here. This is called Mega Honorable featuring Raekwon. Now, how did this come about?
Well, me and Ray been talking about doing the song for the longest. So there were me and Ray bumped heads. We was on the road. And then we was doing a show together, and then he was like, we was talking about the song, and I was like, come on, man. I was like, yo, I basically told him that I've been waiting for decades to do the song, and then he was like, man, I got you, man. So Ray made it happen, and shout out to Raekwon, man. That's my dude. It happened, and we made the song, and I just threw it out. I didn't promote it or nothing. I just put it on my SoundCloud because I wanted people to see that I wasn't, because I took so long with the album, I said, I got to throw something out because I'm starting to look like the boy who cried wolf. So I just threw this song out called Honorable that you're about to play.
Right. All right, we're going to get into this track, Call I See You. We're going to get into this track, Honorable, Cormega featuring Raekwon, and we'll get what you call it.
Mega, what up? The library is slang, fucking the Duchess up in Ukraine. Political prisoner, check the chain. Out the country with my dame. Televised gangsters, see me up close, nothing changed. Getting top on top, bags of duffels. Need the long Glock, you stupid, don't play me. See him in drug spots, plain clothes, all in shop. Dick out, can't even explain me. I live for the moment, give to the homeless. $20,000 text, cribs is a bonus. You fucking with the niggas who bust straight. Men in society drinking juice in the hood. Fuck waiting, paper made me do it. Your body will snatch. It's like a London flick against the Jets. Sitting at the dice table handling man to man, 1-on-1, $100,000 and your son.
In life we faced with obstacles, we want to achieve dreams that might seem impossible. The eyes don't lie, look at mine, acknowledge truth. The streets raised me to be wise and honorable. Wise and honorable. The streets raised me to be wise and honorable. Wise and honorable. The streets raised me to be wise and honorable. Peace and money don't mix, invest in peace. I pay dues in the street, respect is my receipt. Truth will set you free, except with police. Be aware when you sleep, you can rest in peace. I elevate poetically, I'm incredibly deep. Never fall till you fall complete, stay on your feet. If you anxiously waited for me and Ray on the beat, be gracious, understand patience is key. I once needed direction, now I'm facing the east. To give praise like Muhammad, indeed Allah, open my eyes, I'm watching my surroundings. Sharks and piranhas survive in the warmest waters. My persona won't allow me to acknowledge doubters couldn't conceive. I was built to prosper since a teen, wearing diamond jewelry in the projects. If you get knocked, how's it gonna siege your apartment? In life we faced with obstacles, we want to achieve dreams that might seem impossible. The eyes don't lie, look at mine, acknowledge truth. The streets raised me to be wise and honorable. Wise and honorable. The streets raised me to be wise and honorable. wise and honorable. The streets raised me to be wise and honorable.
The caller, 44606. You on the line. Let's get it.
Hey, what's going on, Nada?
How you doing? What's going on?
I'm good. In listening to this album, like this track you just had with Honorable with Raekwon, you seem to do a lot of tracks with like 90s hip-hop cats. I know you've done stuff with Redman, EPMD, Public Enemy. I even know you had a track or two with Red Alert. What brings you back to the 90s hip-hop?
All due respect, some of the people you named aren't even from the 90s. Red Alert is, like, timeless. Red Alert been doing this probably since the late 70s, definitely from the 80s.
Yeah, no doubt.
Debuted in the 80s. It's not even about where they're from. It's about... Because to be honest with you, I do stuff with anybody I respect. I did something with Lloyd Banks in recent years. He's from the 2000s. I did something with Little B. I talked on his song. I did something with Pun's son. So it's just about, I understand, I love hip-hop. And there's a lot of artists that overlook the past. And there's a lot of artists that even look down on some of our veterans and some of our icons and pioneers. I'm not one of those artists. So for me to do a song with Public Enemy, that's an honor. Like that's not even something that I second guess. Like Public Enemy, like at the end of the day, I'm not in this game just for money. I'm in this game for legacy. Like in the future, I'll be able to tell my kids, I did a song with Public Enemy. I did a song with M.O.P. I did songs with Mobb Deep. I did songs with Nas. I did songs with the Lots, Wu-Tang. Like this is all for legacy. So when I'm working with Redman, that's one of the greatest rappers ever, as is some of the people that you mentioned. So for me to do something with them is an honor. You know what I'm saying?
That's the truth right there.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to call in and speak on that because I listen to a lot of 90s hip-hop. I listen to a lot of old-school hip-hop, and I've always liked your flow. I've always liked your flavor. So in listening to this album and hearing those old cats, I was just curious.
I don't do it. It's like paying homage, man. And you know, the thing about our community is like there's a lot of people who don't give the pioneers enough due, and I've seen it. And then especially I question us as black people because I don't care what hood you from and what state you from.
Right.
I go to North Carolina, and there's people that'll be sweating to Alpo and want to know about Alpo, and they want to know about Fat Cat. Guess what? Alpo is the same age as some of these rappers that y'all overlooking. Or Michael Jordan is older than some of these rappers that y'all overlooking because y'all say that they old. So it's like we gotta check ourselves. It's like we gotta pay respect and homage to those people that came before us. I will do a song with any old school dude as long as he can still rap. Any old school dude. You know why? Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be rapping. If it wasn't for them, I don't know what my life would be like right now. Because this, I wake up a lot of times feeling blessed because I'm able to make a living over something that just comes to me naturally, and it's because of them. So I want to do a song with Slick Rick. I want to do a song with Rakim. Like. I wanted to do a song with Heavy D before he passed. I want to do a song with E.L. Smooth. I had EPMD, I had PMD on my album. I got one song with KRS-One, Kane, PMD, Red Alert, all on one song on my last album because that's the respect. The same way if I see Fat Cat or one of them drug dealers that I looked up to when I was young, I'll give it up to them. We got to give it up to all our people. Like, we should be ashamed of ourselves for ridiculing Whitney Houston. Like, none of us had crackheads in our family. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, the black community, it's like we become our people become too disposable, expendable to us. We can't do that. Like, we can't do that. Like, so we should be ashamed that we didn't love Whitney the way she should have been loved. And people had jokes. I would never say nothing disrespectful about Whitney Houston. And it's like, it shouldn't take death to make us acknowledge our greats. All of a sudden when Heavy D died, oh, Heavy D was my man. When Guru died, Guru's my man. Like, nah, why can't be a man now? So it's like, that's why I do songs with these people, because I got so much love and respect for them, and because they influenced me, and their influence got me able to talk to you on the phone now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm paying homage.
Well, I just wanted to let you know I listened to the album. I mean, I listened to the music. I listened to Industry. I listened to the track that just played. I listened to the music that was played when you was on the air last night. And I think the album is very well done. I think it's classic Cormega. I'm looking forward to the drop in July. So
I appreciate you, man. You don't understand how important you are to me. Like, the fans are the most important thing to a real artist, because it's like y'all keep a brother going. Like, in order for people like you, I might have been in jail right now, who knows, or dead, or just quit. I could have just quit and maybe got a job, or, you know what I'm saying? So it's people like you don't understand how important you are, and, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you just like you appreciate me, bro.
Okay, good looking out. Good luck with the album.
All right, thank you
man.
for pulling up, caller. Appreciate
Thanks.
it. All right, good night. Now, Mega.
What's up?
Like you was talking about, like, especially paying homage. And that's what I think is really lacking in the industry, especially with the younger artists. You know, they'll be like, oh, you know, the older dudes, you know, it's, their time has passed. I feel like that's not the truth. How do you think?
I hate when I hear that. When I hear people say like stuff like that, it's so disrespectful. And but like I said, but these saying, like, yo, a lot of these young dudes, they're not even molded right. Like, first of all, it's psychological. One of my biggest guilts is that I sold crack. You know what I'm saying? Because crack ruined community. And a lot of these kids that are growing up now, they won't admit it, but they crack babies. Or they was affected by crack in one way or another. Because crack, they was crack babies. So a lot of these people didn't have their mother or their father. They didn't have that they didn't have that person. Because the first thing that your parents teach you is respect your elders. That's what, I don't care where you from. That's one of the first things you hear from your parents. But when there's no structure, you grow to not have structure. You will never meet a successful person that doesn't respect his elders and that's like, even no matter where you go, even if you look at the mafia, what they had confidants. Well, who was their confidants? The elders. Like, no matter where. And once you move away from that, you have no structure. So a lot of these brothers, they don't got no structure. So they don't know how you gonna say somebody's time has passed. Well, if their time has passed, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have any time at all. And then in this day and age, where brothers is getting killed so young, reaching that very age is an accomplishment in itself. So you need to figure out how you're gonna last. Before you talk about somebody's time that passed, you need to set your clock so your clock can last. A lot of these brothers,
real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy, man. Look, man, this is an in-depth interview, and it's real, and I respect it. Because, like, the younger youth coming up, you know, it's like no integrity, no respect. And I'm not saying all of them, but the people I have come across, you know, especially even with the music, any aspect of your life, you should go by a certain regimen, you know? Because when we were coming up, you know what I'm saying, it was all about respect, decency, you know, but times has changed, you know, and it's all about maturing, you know, men, women, you know, and taking care of the family. You know, like, we didn't have a lot, but we shared it. You get what I'm saying? So,
yeah, brothers got to wake up, and that's, you know, one thing I do with my music, even when I wasn't in debt with knowledge yourself or whatever, or when I wasn't fully invested, I always drop jewels in my music. Even when I was at my ignorance peak, I dropped jewels in my music. You know, I always told kids, don't be me. Don't try to be me. Because there's times I don't want to be me. You don't want to be 4 or 5 years old and your mother gets killed. And you don't have a mother. I'm a grown man and I cry about my mother sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't want that. You don't want to be in the jail. You don't want to be butt naked standing outside the pen and some COs is like talking to you like you a slave. You don't want to come over Rikes Island bus and some dude that's totally red is telling you this ain't Rikers Island, up here we don't play that, and then they hose you down and spray you and make you cut your hair and then dress you. You don't want that. You don't want to be wondering, are you gonna make it to 21? Like, these are things you don't want that. Man. You don't want that.
The truth.
So it's like I always try to tell young dudes, don't make my mistakes. And it's like now dudes, and it's like a lot of you always could tell who had a father figure. You could tell who dudes who had a little bit of structure, the way they act, or the dudes who had a structure at home, the way they act. Dudes with no structure, when there's no structure, there's no form. So a lot of these dudes don't have no form. You know what I'm saying? And then it shows in their music, and not just their music, in their ways and actions. And then as black people, we have to start questioning ourselves, the things that we're doing and the things that we're allowed to do. Like the things that we're allowed to do.
That's real what you
society.
said, what we're allowed to do. Like, the analogy is crazy that you said that, because it's like, quote unquote, the powers that be allow you to self-destruct, if you know what I mean, without you're supposed to take the reins and take care of your life. But I understand exactly what you said. That was deep right there.
And then it's like, and we got to start, and we got to also be accountable. We got to start holding ourselves accountable and stop being hypocrites. Because like you look at the situation with the Clippers owner. He said something about black people, right? At the end of the day, I didn't get bent out of shape, and people that got bent out of shape, they need a hobby. Because at the end of the day, if you really think all white people like black people, you're not being real with yourself. And at the end of the day, the reason I'm not mad at him, because he was in the privacy of his home. And in the privacy of your home, you can say what the fuck you want. There's a time we've all said something that we wouldn't want to be out publicly in our home. That's what you can do in your home. He said that in his home. It just so happens somebody taped him. So we can't get bent out of shape about him saying something in his home when we got I mean, brothers was mad about that, but y'all can't say that when NAACP, which is a black organization, was about to give him an award again.
Yeah, that's true. I heard about that.
To give him a second award, but nobody said nothing about that. Like, we have to start. So it's like we can't just do that whistle, that innocent whistle. Like, I ain't seen nothing, I don't know nothing. When we at fault, we gotta hold ourselves accountable. And when we don't hold ourselves accountable, that's when we slip in, and that's when we allow all that other stuff to happen. We gotta hold ourselves accountable. Like Al Sharpton, why nobody mad at Al Sharpton? Because he was a snitch. Like, that shit just came out in the news. And when you a snitch, the feds always put you on Front Street. They don't care because they don't love you. And when you snitch, people always find out that
they use you. Exactly. He's just a figurehead. I mean, look, we all know they'll put your fake heroes out there, if you know what I mean. Maggie, you know.
Exactly.
And that's what's going on.
So why we not mad at that? So
now,
it's like, come on, man.
This question. To me, I feel like artists that came from, like the 80s, 90s, had a backbone. But these artists nowadays don't really have a backbone. And it's crazy, with your music. They're like, how could I say it, more inclined to not be themselves. At least the artists had a backbone. They were outspoken, diverse. Now it's just the same, I don't know.
Integrity is integrity, it sounds like a very difficult word. It sounds, some people can't spell it, but some people can't live it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes a time when you have to tell yourself, I'm not willing to be a sucker any longer.
Yep.
Or I don't care how much they pay me. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. A lot of people aren't willing to say that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right. It's like dudes, like, at the end of the day, like I said earlier, the word legacy is so important to me. Because at the end of the day, when I'm done, my kids or whoever, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to have nothing to be ashamed about. Nobody, my kids ain't going to have to be like, well, my dad made this bullcrap album right here because, he was just trying to get money or because the label made him do this. There's never going to be none of that. Because at the end of the day, the realness, I'm not ashamed of the realness. I'm not ashamed of the true meaning. I'm not ashamed of the testament. I'm not ashamed of the raised. I'm not ashamed of legal hustle compilation. I'm not ashamed of mega philosophy. I'm just going to do consistently real stuff that I feel and I can stand and be proud of. I'm not going to sell my soul for $1, and I'm not brown nosing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I definitely respect that. And we're going to get into this track right here, a classic by Cormega, Live Your Life. Let's go.
Your son stressing you out when he was home. He showed no respect for your house. Now he locked up, calling, collecting you bout to put a block on your phone till he says you're the only one helping him out. He said his friends ain't there for him. He wish he listened when you said they don't care for him. Every night before you sleep you say a prayer for him. You even blame yourself cause you couldn't pay bail for him. You raised him the best you could. He respect you more now cause you his best friend in the hood. He said he loved you and he's sorry for the trouble he caused you, and it isn't because he in there. So live your life, live your life, live your life.
All the time, I promise to keep on struggling. I'm gonna do it right, so there won't have to be no troubles in my life.
You singing and struggling, sleeping with dudes, ain't no feelings involved. They're tricking on you, you think you're getting over. As time flies, you're getting older, waking up with nobody to hold you. Like bad dope, nobody wants you. Haunted by your past ghosts they used to run through. Changing is your last hope, but do you want to? Are you still sensual prey when dealers come through? Is your respect worth losing for the next man wealth? Look in the mirror, stare at yourself. Everything you do in darkness will come to the light. Stop fighting your conscience and live your life. Live your life. Live your life.
All the time. Keep on struggling. I'm gonna do it right, so there won't have to be no troubles in my life.
You had an addiction, it was so clear. Child welfare came to your home and apprehended your children. Now you faced with a decision. What you love more, simulation or your children? The choice is yours in the presence of evil. You started sniffing, boy, you was scared of them needles. Your man died from sharing with people. No, they don't good if you said it's diesel. Now you staring at your kids' room, but it don't seem true. It's sunny outside, but it don't seem blue. You got kids who need you, what you gonna do? The only way you gonna make things right is to get yourself together. Live your life, live your life, live your life.
All the time, I promise to keep on struggling. I'm gonna do it right, so there won't have to be no troubles in my life. Just like all the time.
Classic music, legendary music. Rocking out with Cormega.
What's up?
Now, Mega.
Go back right there.
Definitely. Now, people were tweeting me. My phone is going crazy. The lines. I see the callers. Any callers want to talk, press 1. How did you get started in the game? As far as rap. You know what
rap game?
Yes.
What do you mean started? How did I start rapping, or how did I?
Yeah, how did you start rapping? Like, you know, what made you start, like, your first break, you know? Like, fans is hitting me up. A lot of people hitting me up.
I think the thing that made me start rapping was listening to other rappers.
Okay.
I started rapping, emulating other artists that I heard that was dope to me, that influenced me. I wanted to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It was the coolest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to be a part of it. And then, I think the thing that really turned me out, like MC Shan was my favorite rapper. MC Shan was like, at one time MC Shan was my favorite rapper, and this was before I even lived in Queensbridge or had anything to do with Queensbridge like that. Right. But I always had family. So MC Shan made this song called Marley Scratch, and Marley Scratch is one of those songs that definitely isn't given enough credit. That song was innovative.
I remember it.
It was ahead of its time. The beats, the rhymes, everything. So the way he rapped and the way Tila Rock rapped was different from how Run DMC rapped and other rappers that had a simpler style. Run DMC was super dope, and they still dope, but their style was a little their style was easier than Shan. Stan had a complex style, and Tila Rock had a complex style. So I was like, wow, who is these dudes? So the thing that made Shan so dope, Shan was one of the first rappers that was just smooth. Like his cadence, his delivery, and his voice was smooth. So I was like, this dude is dope. So I was telling my cousin Cormega, I was like, yo, this song, Marley Scratch, man, I love that song. And he was like, that dude live out here. And I was like, nah, you lying. So also Shantae was big at the time. She had that song on Roxanne's Revenge, so she was buzzing heavy. And he was like, Shantae live out here. You go to my school, et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, get out of here. So I was open for that. So I went to Queensbridge one day, and then they had a park jam. You know what I'm saying? Actually, before the park jam, I met Craig G on the block. You know, like Queensbridge is like, it's hard to explain. It's like hip-hop heaven. Like, you just see dudes walking through the block. Oh, yeah, that's what's his name. That's what's his name. That's what's his name. So I met Craig G, and then we started rhyming for each other, and then it was just a mutual respect ever since. And then they just so happened to be having a fucking park jam. And then when I went to the park jam, that was it. That was like freebasing for me. Don't get it twisted. I never smoked crack. I'm just saying, using that as an analogy.
Yeah, I know.
Like, me going to that park turned me out. I was hooked, addicted. Like, me going to a park jam, I seen the Juice Crew perform. I seen Shan perform. And Shan was like my favorite rapper.
Right.
I seen
and
Craig
me coming
G,
from Queens.
Dante.
Right. Me coming. Yeah, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, me coming from Queens, I've been to Queensbridge. I come from Rosedale, Queens. So I've been out
there. I used to be out there.
Right. And definitely, man, the legacy is crazy out there in Queensbridge. You know, 41st side, Vernon.
Yes, sir.
You know, and the backdrop is crazy in Queensbridge, you know, because I know they still to this day have a sound stage out there. Last time I was out there, I believe Pharoah Monch was performing. It's like a free concert. Do you think they need to do that?
I mean,
yes.
That don't have nothing to do with the project, though. That's the city. That's like something that the city does, and I respect that because they like do free concerts they do it in every borough.
Right.
So it's good for Queensbridge because Queensbridge has a history of having jams in that park. So now it's like we got the sound stage coming to the park, which really isn't about Queensbridge, but it's just dope concerts that you get to see. Like we have all kind of rappers and DJs coming through that have nothing to do with Queensbridge, and we just get to be spectators and stuff, you know. Only time when Justin Bieber came to Queensbridge, they closed the park. They didn't let the kids in the park, and I was disgusted by that.
Wow.
That's why I was disgusted. Like I was disgusted. Like how the fuck you gonna close our park? This is Queensbridge Park. How you close our park so Justin Bieber could give a concert? So I was disgusted.
Wow.
That really happened.
Hell no.
And little kids from the hood was like, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck
so, yeah.
Yo, Mega, we got another
that happened
caller.
like years ago.
Right.
Yo,
we got another caller. 904-651. Let's get it.
Yo, what's up, Mega?
What's up, fam? What's going on?
Yo, it's TTK, man. Yo, I just wanted to let you know, man. Yo, I got a lot of things I want to talk to you about, but I keep it about you tonight, baby. You know what I'm saying? But yo, real talk, man. I had the industry track, Real Talk, on repeat, man. Like I tell you, like
that track is hard.
Yo, that track really touched my heart right there, man. You know, I done told you already, though, but man, that's good. That's good to hear, man. I swear, like, you know, we talk about this all the time, man. But like, you know, like we need more music like this. You know, I see shorties in my neighborhood. You know, I pull them to the side, make sure they got their head on straight. Because like you said, a lot of them don't have a father figure to take them in the right direction or whatever. And it's good to hear music like that really talks to the people still, man. So I you already know, man. We talk all the time, man. But I keep the realness on repeat. That's the inspiration for so many, pieces or whatever, man. So just know, whenever I create, you have some creative process and behind the creative scene, with the final product as well, man.
I appreciate that, bro. You already know. I know I'm out of your craft.
Indeed. One last thing, this off topic. But you see Cleveland got the first draft pick again this year, right?
Right.
don't know what they do. They just got lucky. They got lucky shoes out there or something. I don't know what Cleveland does, but they always get the #1 pick.
Word, that's the truth for years.
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be quite interesting.
So,
I think it's gonna be interesting. Because now it's gonna be everybody's gonna be scratching their head wondering what LeBron's gonna do because they already got Kyrie Irving who's nasty, and then they got the #1 draft pick, and then they have other picks that are very good contributors, and then it's gonna be real funny this summer. We'll see.
Yeah, man, for real. But yo, man, we gonna definitely build and link up or whatever. I'm really looking forward to the album, man. I've been telling cats like all about it. I put it on my little social network page, and everybody, mad people, hyped up about the new single, man.
Yeah, we need that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like I told you, man. Like if I was a rapper, I'd be you because we share some of the same life stories, man. From parents and growing up the way we grew up or whatever, man. And I swear, like seriously, if I was a rapper, I'd probably be you, but I'm a painter. Yeah, man. Indeed, man. So we gonna build, man. Congratulations on everything. Peace.
Word, man. Thanks, caller, for calling up. Real talk, man.
Always.
All right, one. Word, Mega. Definitely, man. Now, I know you're deep into the sports, you know what I'm saying? From, your DVDs and stuff like that. Who you think going to take it this year, Fibs?
The Spurs.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about, man. Definitely.
I think the Spurs going to take it.
Real talk. But, yeah, Mega, this was a crazy interview. I really appreciate it, man, bringing that realness in. Like the caller said, you really inspired a lot of people out here, you know what I'm saying? Even me, step my pen game up, you know what I'm saying? And, bringing that good competitive sport back to the game, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes is ducking and hiding out here, man. They don't got no bars, yeah, they definitely got them. You know what I'm saying? I want to get a drop from you, you know what I'm saying, for Shut 'Em Down Radio. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, you ready? Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yo, what's good? This is Cormega, the writer of Mega Philosophy. You already know. Hold on. Let's do this. What's the name of the thing again?
Shut 'Em Down Radio.
Shut 'Em Down Radio, right?
Yeah.
I played myself. That's easy to remember. All right, check this out. Yo, what's good? This is Cormega, man. I'm representing my people at Shut 'Em Down Radio. You already know what it is. Mega Philosophy. Holla.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Mega, thanks for calling up. Also, too, man, you got anytime you want to debut your album on the show, doors is open, bro, man. Your music is in heavy rotation. You know what I mean? This was a very in-depth interview, and I really appreciate you calling up, man. Queen, stand up, man. You already know, man.
I appreciate you, too, bro. Thanks a lot.
All right, take care, bro. Be in contact.
Peace out.
All right, peace.
All right.
Yeah, we rocked out with Cormega. Everybody go get his album coming out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely get into this track right here. We're going to get into this track right here. Cormega Industry. Let's get it. Produced by Large Professor.
Listen to me good. Is the most important person. You are the teacher. People listen to you, they don't listen to their preachers.
Exaggerated tales of hustling. We quick to pass judgment and fail our brothers instead of talking about Lauryn Hill. Talk about Lauryn skill. Truth be told, there may never be a girl as don't gossip about Dame Dad. Give props to Dame Head for the rise of Jay and Vasana Kanye. Man, niggas is crazy. That's why we ain't got shit. Rappers hate each other, not the labels that got rich. Don't care about culture, they only want profit. If your album sells slow, bet you get dropped quick. Q-Tip warned us, the industry's toxic. For reference, check out BDP Sex of Violence. Styles made I get high, it was playing all day. With styles made I'm black, it didn't get enough play. I guess they got a problem with anything positive. Doesn't make sense if it doesn't bring dollars in.
those that managed us, those that were our agents, those that were our accountants, those that were the record executives, those that were the owners of the record label. You never got true accounting for nothing that you did.
What's the difference between a label and pimping? You sell yourself, they tell you how to spend it. Whole ass niggas, slow down, listen. Pimps prey on minds with no ambition. They keep you fly, image is promotion. They keep you high, so a nigga isn't focused. You living in the moment, feeling yourself. They living in plush homes. What's really success and what's swag? I don't care how you dress or what you drive. I want rhymes that really impress. You say it's all about money. Do you even invest any time in your rhymes? Let me guess, you so nice you don't write, it just comes to you. Cause you the shit, nah, you just doodle. I lyrically abuse any rapper who choose to step to me. I will bring it right to you.
Who do you think you are to them? You are nothing but a piece of meat. And you're only as valuable as your last hit song. And when you make no more hit songs, nobody cares for you no more.
Men lie, women lie, numbers can be altered to look high. Shareholders hate taking losses, this is business. They don't care about your lyrics. The better you sell, the better future for their children. Controversy sells, so they support conflict. Makes more progress, means more profit. And artists get killed, they say they so sorry. Meanwhile, they tell you the date of his next project. What a life, death made him more profit. Record companies get paid for your drama. And Beef DVD is on BET, so every artist who was on it was beefing for free, while the royalties are going to QD3. He Quincy Jones' son, what he know about beef? No disrespect intended. I know he got beef, but it's deep how the rich get paid off our grief.
And every one of our great artists, they died with nothing. And the record company executives were rich, sending their children to college. You're not stupid, you're brilliant. But the question is, can you put your brilliance in a song? Can you put the condition of the world in a song and inspire young people all over the world?
Word, big shout out to Cormega. Everybody go support his new project. Go to iTunes and get Industry and follow Cormega at The Real Cormega. Definitely get the album when it drops.